On a commercial set, there are a lot of moving pieces and different departments that need to see what the camera sees. And sometimes the camera is flying around, so leaning over your shoulder to look at the camera isn't always going to cut it. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have a brand new production monitor from OSEE. This is the Mega22S. It is a 21.5 inch production monitor, ultra bright at 1500 nits of brightness, means that this monitor is actually pretty good for outdoor use as well. You see I have it connected to my Mavic 3 Pro controller right now through HDMI, and this is perfect for outdoor use because 1500 nits of brightness means that it gets super bright and you could fly off of a monitor like this if you wanted to, or you could have your director or client looking straight off the monitor like this, and that way everybody's not crowded around your controller whenever you're trying to get your shots. And this monitor has a ton of production features, and you're able to access those through the quick function buttons right here. There's also a joystick for jumping through the different settings. The monitor actually comes with a couple of cool accessories as well, which we're about to go into. And then we're gonna get into the review of this video because I've been taking this monitor on all kinds of professional shoots with me. I've been pulling focus off of it. I've used it on set as client monitors. So I have some overall opinions on what I think of it. Maybe not everything is all good. And by the way, this video is not sponsored, but if you're interested in picking anything up from this video, I'll have links to everything down in the description below. One thing to know about this new Mega22S that is superior over the Megamon 15 inch monitor that I reviewed just a couple months ago, and that is right here at the top. You can see that the Mega22S is capable of accepting a 4K signal. This is a 1080p display, but the actual input is able to accept 4K, whereas on the Megamon monitor, I was only able to accept 1080p. By the way, guys, if this is our first time meeting, I'm Ray Valencia, and this channel is all about filmmaking gear, tips, and tutorials. I work in television and film full time. This is a show I just got done shooting for Amazon Prime in Alaska, so this show will be on there in January, but more details on that to come. But if you're interested in anything that we talk about here on the channel, I'd appreciate if you stuck around and subscribe. But okay, back into it. So first came the Megamon 15 inch monitor, and now we have the Mega22S and the Mega 15S. So what's the difference between these two series of monitors? The Megamon 15 came in this portable sunhood case, and it was also a battery powered monitor. You could mount it right on the C-stand straight from the sunhood case. And this packs up just like that into a nice convenient portable case, or you can just put the monitor straight on a stand like this if you don't want to use the whole accessory hood. So that's a cool option. Or put feet on it and have it sit on a desk like a studio monitor. So that's the Megamon 15. Now the Mega 15S comes in a case like this, but the 22 inch option is a little bit different. It just came in a regular cardboard box with this foam inside, and this pre-cut foam was holding the monitor, the power cable, the C-stand screw right here for mounting on the back of the monitor, and the sun hood. So come to find out, this foam insert actually fits perfectly in a Pelican 1600 case. So I went on Facebook Marketplace, found a used one for really cheap, and this one was actually about half the price of what they would cost normally, or maybe even less, and we were good to go. It's like brand new. So all you have to do is drop the foam insert right into the Pelican 1600 case, and the dimensions fit perfectly. So this is a really cool professional way to keep your monitor and your investment nice and safe whenever you're traveling around on shoots. So for the sun hood, it is collapsible, and it has some different buttons on it here for just clipping right on the monitor, and a bottom flap as well, which attaches with Velcro. Overall, I think it's a nice removable sun hood option, and I like the Velcro on the side so you can put your own patches on it. OSEE also added a USB-C port to calibrate the color of the monitor with their new calibration software. you now have the option to input a 4K signal into this 1080p monitor. And you have 2K SDI inputs now instead of just 1080p. And you now have 2 SDI out ports. The cheese plate on the back now features locking pinholes to keep your wireless video accessories from rotating or slipping whenever you have them mounted on the back of the monitor. The OSEE monitors can be run off a V mount battery, and it comes with the V mount plate and cable for that, as well as a power cable to plug straight into the wall. On the Mega22S, they went with a joystick and got rid of the up, down, left, right menu system from the previous series, and this new joystick actually makes a world of difference with using this monitor. It allows you to fly through the new menu system, and you can switch users instantaneously, whereas on the old monitor you had to hold the user button for 3 seconds. Not only is it way faster to move through the menus, but you can also use it to punch in up to 4 times and then move the cursor around and kind of zoom in on your frame. And it comes with a totally new menu system that is much cleaner and easier to read. It is also a little bit more advanced with all the more customizable options that you're able to do in this new series. One of my favorite features about this monitor is not only do you have the 4 custom functions that you can add right here on the front, and you can see those just by tapping on one of the functions. So I have a whole set of 4 different tools for user 1. Now I can click over to the right once. Now I'm under user 2, and I have a totally different set of tools here that I'm able to jump into. And I can actually customize these to whatever I want, and you can do that for user 3 and user 4 as well. So you can really just make as many tools as you need right here. Also, you don't have to limit yourself just to the 4 quick functions that are here on the front of the monitor. If you press enter on the joystick, you can actually see that you can add 4, 5, 6, even more. There's a plus here to keep going on the page if you want to keep adding more functions. Now let's say I want to turn false color on, but let's say I want to customize it. I'll just hit right to go over into the menu, and now I can change between camera or custom, and you can dial this in at whatever level you want, and that goes by the different percentages, so you can really dial this in however you like. And you can add any of these tools to any of the functions on any page. So there's all these different framing things, anamorphic D-squeeze, false color, all the different focus tools that you may need. So let's go ahead and talk about the focus peaking options on this monitor. You have the option to be able to change your focus marks into different colors, and you can also change the sensitivity. But what is it like using it professionally for work on a set? Well, I find that it's very easy to find my focus points whenever I have this enabled. Although even at the very lowest setting on the sensitivity, I still find that the focus peaking is a little bit strong. I prefer to have it very minimal and just kind of use it as a backup, but this is very strong. As you can see, compared to the original Megamon, it's much less strong. Although you don't have the sensitivity option on the Megamon, you have to just adjust the sharpness manually, and then that's kind of counterintuitive for being able to pull focus on it. While the new focus peaking system is much better than the previous generation, I would still like to be able to dial it down just a little bit more. So right here you can see that I have the brightness all the way down here so we're not overexposed. I have the backlight set to 0, but you can go all the way up to a 10. And a 10 is 1500 nits of brightness on the Mega22S, but whenever you max out the Megamon, that's only 1000 nits of brightness. But you can see whenever it's maxed out that the Mega22S actually handles the max output a little bit better. So one cool thing is too, you can program your own LUTs on here. So you can load up to 10 custom LUTs on here or lookup tables, and you get those from wherever you normally get your LUTs from. I'll just show you Sony Cine, for example, and they have a bunch of free LUTs on here that you can download. All you have to do is drop that onto a USB thumb drive and plug that into the front of the monitor. Now go into the menu and go down to load user LUT and load your LUT from your thumb drive. Now you can view your log footage in the color profile that you plan to use in your edit. You can program the LUT as one of your 4 quick functions on the front of the monitor. And if you dive into the menu a little bit farther, you can actually dial in the intensity of the LUT if it is too strong whenever you first turn it on. But very cool that you can just customize this monitor to however you want. One thing I criticized about the original Megamon was the fact that it didn't have any option to rotate the display, but I'm happy to report on the new Mega22S that you're able to have a display rotation and you're able to flip the monitor any way you want. The OSEE monitors have a layout on the back of them where you can place a Vesa Mount in a couple different places, and you can also move around the V-mount plate and the cheese plate. So I upgraded my Vesa Mount with a quick release Vesa Mount from Innovative, and this just makes it where I can pop the monitor off and on easily, as well as rotate it on the fly. So who do I see these monitors for? I see these for anybody that is looking to step up their first AC kit for pulling focus, or maybe you're starting to get into bigger productions and you have a director or an art department on set that need to see your image on your camera. These are fantastic budget-friendly options, very, very high quality. You have different price ranges and different sizes for whatever you need. You have the more compact and portable 15-inch versions, or you have this new Mega22S, which is capable of 4K, really customizable with its new interface, is very fast and very easy to use. I do like how much more advanced the options are on the Mega22S, although it does cost a little bit more than the 15-inch versions. And I really like my Megamon 15-inch monitor. It's just a little bit more compact, and I like taking that on shoots. It's not quite as big and bulky. And then I like having this large one here for the lighting team or the stylist or the director or someone else on set. So really cool having multiple monitors on set. It is a super nice luxury to have. It's not necessary to make a better image, but it is a very nice thing to have on set, especially if you're a professional working on big productions or even small productions. So, all right guys, if you're interested in picking anything up, I'll have links to everything down in the description below. Shoot for the stars, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.